This is a TGV Lyria train that's heading for Switzerland, but we're getting off in Mulhouse, France. After hopping on a local tram, we soon reached one of the town's biggest attractions, and the focal point of today's video, the Cite Du Train Museum. This place used to be called the French National Railway Museum, but for reasons I'm not aware of, it's now called the Cite Du Train, which is French for Train City. They claim that this is the largest railway museum in Europe, which I'm a bit confused about because since I thought the UK's National Railway Museum was bigger, but they could mean continental Europe. Nevertheless, this museum is huge, and is split up into multiple sections. The first section you enter is the show circuit, and you're immediately greeted with a few French steam locomotives and a railcar with rubber tires? This railcar is called a Michelin, and was built in 1936 by the tire company of the same name. It honestly looks like a bus, though apparently there are metal clips that help it stay on the rails. As you walk along, you get to a section devoted to military trains, and one surprise was seeing a consolidation that's deliberately set up to be derailed on the side. Apparently, the museum did this to showcase the actions of the resistance. Speaking of French trains and war, hang on to your seats since there's more about that later in this video. The museum manages to keep the displays interesting by having projectors inside the windows of locomotives and passenger cars to make it seem like the train is in motion. I don't know if I'm giving them too much credit, but how many other museums have you been to that do that? The next section of the museum is the largest one, and is called the Platforms of History. It manages to do a great job at showing the evolution of French railway technology from 1844 to the present day. But when you enter, you're actually greeted with a section that showcases how steam locomotives function, which has one gruesome sight. But another epic display to make up for it. This is SNCF 232U1, a streamlined Hudson. It was built in 1949 to showcase the latest in steam technology at the time, so it has a mechanical stoker, 4 piston drives, and roller bearings. But what makes its display at the museum especially eye-catching is this. If you can't restore a steam locomotive to operation, this is the next best thing.
Get a good peek, city boy?
As we go through the platforms, it really is true that they show the evolution of French railroading, as we start with 19th century steam locomotives and as progress, though what's with the buffers looking like wooden barrels? One of the steam locomotives, Compagnie de Cam de Fourneau No. 701, has the smoke box door open. A peculiar way to display it if you ask me. One locomotive on the next platform I want to highlight is Compagnie du Midi No. 1314, a 230 class 10-wheeler. You might notice that it looks very similar to the steam locomotives seen throughout the 1964 war film The Train. Those locomotives were 230Bs, sadly all of which were scrapped. 1314 is the closest thing we have to a surviving example of Burt Lancaster attempting to stop a train carrying paintings from falling into the hands of the Nazis. Have you ever seen a 44 tank engine? I haven't until I saw this. Compagnie du PLM No. 242. The French railways definitely pushed for electrics more than we Americans did. And one locomotive I want to highlight here is SNCF BB No. 9004. This locomotive set a speed record of 206 miles per hour in 1955, a record which was broadcast all over Europe. And yes, Thomas fans, this is indeed the real Etienne. Now you know why he won the race. Near the end of the exhibit are two examples of the SNCF progressing towards high speed. This is an RTG turbo train, number 2057. Amtrak fans might notice how similar this looks to the Turboliner. That's because these are, in fact, the same class. 6 were imported to America for use on Amtrak in their own attempts to go high speed, but we all know how that turned out, don't we? It comes as no shock that we finish off with an example of the orange TGV, but there's another blue one outside. This is a TGV Atlantique number 325, which set the speed record at 515.3 kilometers per hour, or 320 miles per hour. Outside, you could also see a transfer table, more electrics, and maybe you'll even get the chance to see a tram or a revenue passenger train whiz by. This museum is huge, and there are a lot more locomotives than just the ones I covered in this video. If you're visiting France, I would strongly recommend seeing the museum for yourself. Even if you're not into French trains, there's a good chance that the visit will change your mind. And with that, this wraps up this short series covering trains you can see in Europe. Their railways are a lot different from America, and I hope these videos will have convinced you to pay at least one of these places a visit, should you ever travel overseas. Cheerio!